All right, so I was working and the power just went out. That's spooky on its own, but whatever. I'm going to tell you my ghost story. I've never told anyone this, so this for y'all. So listen, I don't even think I told my family. But all right. So I used to be married. I was married to my first wife back in the day, about 15, 16 years ago. Uh, that was a nightmare on its own, but I'm not going to. I'll tell y'all that story later. Mostly my fault, not hers. Not hers. But all right. So we lived in this house, and she used to do. First of all, it was a lot of scary stuff going on in the house. I think that's why we had so many problems. To be honest, well, me cheating and the house, so that was a lot of problems. But anyway, so we always had it was like a darkness always in the house, and she had a son, and I got a story about that too, but I'm just gonna focus on this right now. Uh, she used to do hair downstairs, and upstairs was the bedroom. It was a pretty big house, but she used to do like invite her clients over, and she used to do their hair downstairs, like a little setup. So one day I was working midnights back then at my job. I was working retail, but I was working midnights back then, and I used to come upstairs and sleep during the day sometimes. So I went upstairs one time and I laid on the bed, and she had a son too. And sometimes he would come up and sneak around and mess with me or whatever. But yeah, so I laid down and tried to take a nap, and I felt the cover moving, and I thought it was him, the son. So I looked down under the bed. I looked or whatever. He was little, but it wasn't him. So I just ignored it. I'm thinking it was a rodent or something like that. After I discovered it wasn't him. So then I finally laid down and put my head down to go to sleep, and all of a sudden the covers were just look at me. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. Okay. But all of a sudden the covers were just pulling down on me, and then it yanked off of me, just yanked off. So I didn't have a shirt on, and I was kind of chubby back then. So I put on my pants and I ran downstairs and asked what the ladies was doing, just to get some company and have some human interaction, because that was the scariest thing that ever happened to me. I have a few more stories. That's not the scariest I've ever been, but that was the scariest thing that ever happened to me. So that's my ghost story. It looks like we're at 3 minutes. Whatever. So yeah, and they just looked at me. They saw I was shook up or whatever. Look at that. I wish I could show you out my arm right now, but the hair on the back of my neck is standing up. But yeah, that was the scariest I've ever been. Feel free to share in the comments if you believe in supernatural stuff or ghosts or anything. I'm pretty sure that thing did yank that cover off of me, and I just jumped up and I ran downstairs. That was like about 16 years ago, and I remember that vividly to this day. I've never told anybody this, but that was my scary story. All right. Like I said, it's weird that the power went out and I decided to tell this story, but whatever. All right. Maybe it was meant to be told. I will be posting more videos on my YouTube, so just a heads up or whatever. Hopefully you guys like it. Or not. Like and subscribe. Why am I doing the finger? Like and subscribe.